What's up, everybody? GFK Ethan here. Say sorry for the long delay in video updates, but I got my Igknight deck. I got all the cards for my Igknight deck, I should say. I'm not quite done with it. Some of the ratios and stuff I'm still playing with, but actually I have all the cards, so there's no more proxies in it. And this deck works pretty good. Those of you that are subscribed or any that have checked out my other videos, you know that I'm really not a meta player. I enjoy the meta. I think the meta is great, but I just don't agree with the fact that Konami makes us pay $900 for a Pepe deck or $700 for a Cosmo deck. Like if you want to compete competitively, that's all you have to play. Which, yeah, that's very true, and that's great and all. I'm not super competitive. I go to my locals almost every weekend and compete, but I'm not hell-bent on winning worlds, I guess I should say. So I try and bring you decks that are still as equally fun, that still compete fairly decently, but aren't going to break your pocketbook. I think all said and done, this deck would probably cost you total, if you had to go buy all the cards, you're probably looking at $100 total if you had to go buy all of them, but not all that bad. So let's get into a deck profile, and we'll do the side and the extra and the side, just because some of the ratios, you can kind of play with it and figure it out how you like to do it as well. So start off with the Igknight lineup. It's pretty much two of everything, 2 Gallant and 2 Veteran. Those are your rank 6s. Gallant's a scale 2, Veteran's a scale 7. Gallant Veteran, he's good, 2,700 defense, so tight spot. You can pendulum some of him in defense. This is a 2,100 point beater, so pretty nice card like that. So there's our rank 6s. Rank 5, we have Igknight Margrave and Igknight Cavalier. And if you don't know, all these guys are vanillas. They're all normal monsters, and their pendulum effect is all the same. If you have Igknight cards in your other pendulum zone, you can destroy both cards in your pendulum zone. And if you do, add 1 fire type warrior monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So they work really good to keep looping or grab things out of your graveyard if something else gets destroyed or whatever. So really fun deck to play. Keeps looping. It's a nice pendulum deck, whatever. So the only exception to the 2-card rule is your rank 4s, just because I find the rank 4 engine is quite a bit more helpful when it comes to Xyz summoning. So, and this is one of the pricey cards. I think he's like $21 or something like that. But Igknight Templar, he is the ultra rare level 4 pendulum guy. He only has 1,700 attack, and he's a scale 7. And your other level 4, level 4 monster, rank level 4, is Paladin, scale 2. He's 1,400 attack beater. So that's your rank 4 or level 4 engine, which I find that a lot easier to go into than other level 3s. But for your rank 3, level 3s, you have Igknight Squire, who is a 0 attack and 2,000 defense, so this is mainly just a pendulum card. And the other pricey card is Igknight Crusader, who is a super rare card in this. So that's it for your Igknight lineups. Then, just for consistency, because this card is ridiculously good, because all of these cards, if you don't know, they're all magic cards. So anytime you activate them in the pendulum scale, you can put 1 token on Royal Magical Library. With this format, Royal Magical Library, if you have the room, is incredibly good. Because every 1.5, you can go activate pendulum, that's 2 counters, use their effect to search, activate pendulum, now 3 counters, draw a card. And so every 1.5 searches, I guess, from the deck, you get a free draw off of Royal Magical Library. So it's a great card in this format. Really awesome. So to finish out the monster lineup, really old card is Ultimate Baseball Kid, and it's absolutely killer in this deck. So the effect of it is this card gains 1,000 attack for each fire monster on the field. By sending 1 fire monster other than this card to the graveyard, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So once you get your scale set up, You could Pendulum Summon this guy because he's a level 3, and then 4 other Pendulum monsters, or summon out 4 other Fire type monsters. This guy's a 4,500 point beater. He's a 4,500 point beater alongside with 2,100 points, 13, 24, 16. Yeah, so this is an incredible card, and it took me a while to track this one down. It was a little bit hard to find, but awesome card going for Ultimate Baseball Kit OTK. It's just pretty kind of almost insulting getting OTK'd by a level 3 Fire Baseball Kit. So hilarious. These are the only 3 non-normal and non-Igknight monsters you run, but still really good cards. So I mean, on to the rest of the Magic cards, which I guess you can argue that the other cards are also Magic cards, but whatever. The other true, or spell cards, I guess. The other true spell cards. We are running 2 copies of Mystical Space Typhoon. Obvious reasons. Everybody should understand why. Now, in this format, even if you're not running a Pendulum deck, you should probably have 3 Wavering Eyes in your deck, because people are going to try and Wavering Eyes, and then you could chain, they could chain, you could chain, you could chain. It's whatever Wavering Eyes was activated last is the one that resolves, and that one does the damage. So it does 500 points of damage, you get a search, all that good business. Wavering Eyes is a ridiculously good card. It's kind of a stupid card, if in my opinion, but it works really well, and that's that. So really awesome card there. Now the field spell is the Igknight's own field spell. It's called Ignition Phoenix. Let me double check, but all Igknight monsters on the field gain 300 attack and defense, which is nice. Once per turn, you can target 1 Igknight card you control, destroy it, and if you do, add 1 Igknight card from your deck to your hand. So it does the same thing as the Igknight's Pendulum effect of looping, but you only have to destroy 1, and it's once per turn. So again, that's just another quick, easy way to thin out the deck, get the cards you need so you can push for your OTK. So Ignition Phoenix, I would run it at 3, but 2 seems to be good. 3 was a little cloggy when I was testing it. We have triple Upstart Goblin for the draw power. This might get cut a little bit, not real sure, but triple Upstart Goblin for right now. 3 Summoner's Art, because there are level 5 and higher Pendulum monsters in this deck, so 3 Summoner's Art seems to work really well in searching out your cards, and it's another spell card for Royal Magical Library. The last 2 spell cards is 1 Regeki and, unfortunately, the 1 Rhoda. These guys are all warrior-type monsters, so 3 Rhoda would be awesome. 3 Rhoda with 3 Summoner's Art and maybe 1 or 2 Upstart Goblins would be killer, but fortunately, Konami killed us. Only 1 Rhoda now, which is pretty lame. So, on to some trap cards. I only run 2 of them, but I find that they're pretty friggin' awesome. First one is Tyrant's Throw. I kind of stumbled across these Tyrant cards a while back. I think I was working with, which one was it? Yeah, this one, Tyrant's Tantrum. Yeah, Tyrant's Tantrum. I kind of discovered this one, and it's a pretty sweet card. Activate by tributing 2 monsters. Your opponent cannot activate spell cards unless they also send 1 spell card from the deck to the graveyard. So I think I have one of these sided still, but it's pretty sweet to lock down your opponent, so then they have to burn 1 card to play 1 card, but, so it kills them pretty easily. But Tyrant's Throw, did some research, and this one's wicked good. Activated by tributing 2 normal monsters except tokens. Neither player can normal or special summon effect monsters. Well, it just so happens that all yours are normal monsters except for Baseball Kid, which, yes, that's going to lock you down on the Baseball Kid, but it also is going to lock down your opponent, and you can sit on the 2,200 or 2,700 point defense card and just kind of stall and buy some time. So that's a really solid card. And I'm trying to figure out the numbers, but I like it at 2 right now. Might bump it up to 3. Not sure yet, but 2 works for now. The other 2, Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell. Again, we're in the spell card format. This is an old card. I don't even remember what set these are from. These are from DR2, so I don't even know what the heck DR2 is. But Dragon Rulers, maybe? I have no idea. But this card. Discard one spell card from your hand to negate the activation and the effect of a spell card and destroy it. Your opponent cannot activate spell cards of the same name, including the spell card that is destroyed by this card's effect during the rest of this duel. So, you know, if your opponent is doing tries to do Wavering Eyes, you can chain this to Wavering Eyes and discard one, and then he can't use his Wavering Eyes for the rest of the duel. Or, you know, Pepe, you know, if they try and activate Skullcrabat or Plush Fire or whatever the heck else Pepe uses, then they're locked down. You can target their Pendulum monsters if they activate them in the Pendulum scale, and it locks them down. So I do have 3 of these. I'm trying it at 2. 2 seems to be working for now, because it seems more common that I go for the baseball kit OTK rather than the lockdown. But Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell and Tyrant's Throw are incredible trap cards for this deck. Really, really awesome. You know, it's kind of shady, but like I said, hey, that's the name of the game this day and age. So, extra deck lineup. We're going to go through these really fast. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist, Lion Emperor. Solid card. Requires 2 level 3 fire type monsters. Once per turn, you can detach and target one from your grave. Target one in your grave, add the target to your hand, but you cannot normal or special summon that monster or a monster with the same name the rest of the turn. But, you know, if for whatever reason your baseball kid dies and goes to the grave, you can summon him out, get your baseball kid back, push for game again. Number 30, also for the OTK. I mean, obviously he's a vanities on your side, but he's also a 3,000 point beater. Number 20, just because he can help jack up some other attack points. Some staple rank 4s is 101 and Downard. Downard to go into your rank 3s when you're out of materials. Heroic Challenger because he's a 4,000, or Excalibur because he's a 4,000 point beater if you detach to. Number 86 because you can get 5 materials on 86 and it pretty much screws up an entire turn of your opponent. So really good card. This one's just kind of filler. But Burner Visor, you can detach to make him attack twice, whatever. Another Downer Magician, I actually need to get rid of that, and I forgot to before this video, so sorry about that. Artifact Durandal, really, really good card. Freezadon, good card, but if I come across another card that works a little better, Freezadon will be the first to go. Ardurius, Keeper of Armageddon. Solid card, lets you detach to destroy, and then he can still attack. And kind of along the same lines is number 61, Volcasaurus. He allows you to detach, then your opponent takes the damage of the attack of the other monster, but Volcasaurus can't attack. But Volcasaurus is pretty solid. And then rank 6, we have a number 39, Utopia. Obviously, when you summon it, your opponent's special summon monsters go to 0, so he's kind of like a 3,000 point direct. Really good card. And then Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger, which he has piercing battle damage, so you can go like Volcasaurus, detach, effect, destroy this one, and then immediately after go into Gaia Dragon, and then move to battle phase. So it's a pretty sweet little combo like that. But you know, that's kind of why it's there. Like I said, this needs some work, but you guys can kind of play with it how you feel you should. So now on to the side deck. Some cards that I want but couldn't really find the room. There's a third library. There's another Tyrant's Triad, which this one effect monsters that activate in the hand or on the field cannot be activated. So kind of a good one. Another Curse Seal. Mind Drain, Bottomless. First Aid Squad, it's pretty good because if it's in your grave, it acts as a normal monster level 3, which you can use for level 3 plays. Vanities, which kind of not so much good on this because it's special summons, so this might be gone, but you can try it if you'd like. 1 copy of Divine Wrath, just for the activation type of deal, and 1 copy of Pendulum Impenetrable, you know, so like if you do Wavering, they do Wavering, you do Wavering, they do Wavering, you can also chain Pendulum Impenetrable and nullify all the Wavering Eyes. So pretty good card there. So, but we're just about out of time. We're up to 14 minutes here, but like I said, that's the Igknight deck. Seems to work really well. please, if you do build it, let me know how you do it. I'm always interested in feedback, so please like, comment, rate, share, subscribe, whatever you guys got to do. But please try the deck out. It's a lot of fun. Build it on DevPro or Dueler Network and see how it does. All right, later, guys.